If you think about that phrase, don't die wondering. So whatever it is, just give it your all. Go in there and see what happens. Amaze yourself with what you can achieve. Hi, and welcome to Helping You Perform. I'm your host, Paul Teasdale. Over a career working with high-performing teams from across the globe, including 7 years working with Formula One team McLaren, I've learned a lot about what it takes to drive results. In this weekly podcast series, I'm going to be bringing you tips, tricks and insights from the world of Formula One that you can apply for your organisation for your own high performance. Enjoy. Hi everybody, and welcome to another episode of Helping You Perform, where I bring my tips, tricks, insights and stories from the world of Formula One and beyond to help you accelerate your own performance. I hope you enjoyed last week's episode, which is episode 71, where I brought another one of these great phrases that for me epitomise high performance and the high performance mindset from the great Dan McQueen. It was chop wood, carry water, get to work. And if you haven't listened to that episode or the full interview with Dan, I'd recommend going back. That's episode 36 on the Helping People Perform podcast. So continuing on with this route, I'm going back and I've been reflecting on so many amazing phrases and so many mottos and sort of things that epitomise performance with some of the amazing people that I've met over the years. And one of them really stuck out to me, and it was my good friend Laura Siddall, who is a world champion triathlete, Ironman champion, amazing athlete, amazing person who's doing some great work not only in the world of triathlons and that helping that sport, but also for female sport in general, and doing some great things in the world of equality and diversity. So, massive props to her. If you haven't listened to the episode of Helping People Perform with Laura, that was episode 8, going all the way back to episode 8, where I spoke with Laura, heard her amazing story. But she shared a great phrase, which is her motto, which I love, which is don't die wondering. And I think this is one of those things that for the people who are really in that high performance mindset, it's if you're going to go ahead and do this, if you're going to go and try this new thing that you're doing, maybe it's a sport, maybe it's a new venture that you're going into, maybe it's a new role that you've got an opportunity to take on board, or something, maybe a new project within the team and the operation that you're working in right now. If you are going into that and thinking, can I give this my all? What can I do? What am I going to get out of this? If you think about that phrase, don't die wondering. So whatever it is, just give it your all. Go in there and see what happens. Amaze yourself with what you can achieve. And I think that was one of the things that I took out of that conversation with Laura, is just being amazed by giving yourself the opportunity to go out and try these things. And don't die wondering whether or not, if I'd have done this, would I have ever achieved anything? Would I have been good at it? It's actually putting yourself out there, trying it out and saying, what could I get? And then standing back and just watching yourself perform, watching the results come in, because you've put in all that effort into the input, and the output will come to you off the back of that. So whatever you're doing, whatever you're thinking of going into, whatever you're thinking, maybe if I could, maybe if I should, just remember that phrase, don't die wondering. And so, as always, if the episode with Laura, me interviewing Laura in that, and part of that conversation where she came up with that motto that she lives by, actually, I'm going to put the link in the show notes here. So do go back and have a listen to the whole episode. But I want you to think about that. What's the thing that you're wondering about? That you're going to give yourself the opportunity to go out, just give it your all, so that you can perform at your best, and you're not going to die wondering because you went out and you tried it. Maybe it didn't work, maybe it did, but ultimately you're not going to die wondering. I love that phrase, and I'm hoping it means something to you. And if it is connecting with you and it's helping you, your team and your organization perform, please do give me that feedback. Let's hear back from those stories about how you're applying this stuff to get the results and get high performance in your area. So drop me a comment, drop me a note. Go to paulteasdale.co.uk. And as always, the links to those things that I've mentioned in this episode, the link to the conversation with Laura and Laura's website, go and visit these people, go and connect. I'll leave Laura's LinkedIn details there as well. So go and connect and find out more about these really inspirational people who've got these stories that they can tell that you can learn from and ultimately accelerate your performance based on the learnings from theirs. And I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Helping You Perform podcast. If you found value in this episode, please take a moment to like, share, or review the podcast. You can reach out to me at any time, either through LinkedIn or through my website at www.paulteasdale.co.uk. I look forward to speaking to you in the next episode.